Good Monday morning to you guys. Brandon Rinas here. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Alright, so what do we have going on this week? I had a pretty standard week. Put in some extra hours working. My biggest thing that I worked on this week, or recognized, was that again, I am working myself to exhaustion. And I usually don't start recognizing this until I have a list of things I want to get done and I don't get done. And I usually stop doing, just one or two things that I would typically do on a daily basis just to survive or just to, I usually have an excuse. Oh, I'm busy today, or oh, I'm this, or oh, I'm that, and then it becomes a trend, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Why has this become a trend? And so then I have to kind of go back and look at, is this just not a priority, and is that the reason I'm dropping it? Or do I have an actual issue where I am not getting stuff done that I should be getting done? That is a priority, that is important. And so that happened to me this week. And so I spent a little bit of time researching, why is it that I keep running into this? Why is it that I keep running into this roadblock of, okay, why am I not getting this done? And I came across a video, I don't remember the name of it, but it had something to do with working hard. It's about a 25 minute video. And I always enjoy listening to the work hard stories of people that, work hard. But I find it more intriguing the immigrants that come to the United States. Legal immigrants, I might add. But even illegal, actually, I guess I can't attack the illegals. Anybody that comes from a rough background, a rougher background than we as Americans have, and they come here and they're like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to work my tail off. I'm going to figure out a way to become successful in the United States. And these guys have a huge disadvantage. They don't know our culture, they don't know our language oftentimes, and they still find a way. And so I was listening to a gentleman, he was talking about, I believe it was his dad, who works 16-hour days, or maybe it was 14-hour days, and had to work or drive 2 hours back and forth every single day. And he did it 6 days a week. And he still spent a bunch of time with his family on Sundays, and it would start the whole thing all over again next week. And he was talking about everything he did. And I'm like, holy cow, I'm not at that level. I mean, I consider myself a pretty hard worker, but geez Louise, I'm not at that level at all. But one of the things I found intriguing was that he rewards himself with his hard work. And that is not something I do at all. I just set myself, okay, I want to get this, and this done, and I'm going to go. And then as time progresses, I start getting more worn out, so then I write less lists, and I just keep going. And then if you're not seeing the progress, it becomes more exhausting. So oftentimes I won't see the progress because I won't have a list of all the things I want to get done that day. So then it's a little bit more on the depressing side of things. You don't realize all that you got done. And you do remember all the stuff you forgot, right? And a lot of times for me, I won't think of what I need to do throughout the day because I don't have that list going. And then I will, at the end of the day, when I'm going to bed, I'll be like, oh shoot, I should have done that. Oh shoot, I should have done that. Dang it, I'm failing. And I get frustrated. And so it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you start going to bed frustrated. To me, that's one of the biggest negatives in life is you don't want to go to bed frustrated. You want to go to bed satisfied and happy. So that way you're sleeping about positive things, what to work on, what to fix, or what a great job you did. One of the other things he talked about is how he likes to have rewards and break time for himself. And I think as Americans, we take this to an extreme and not in a good way at all. It's, I don't want to work 2 hours. Oh, got to take a 10-minute break, 10-minute break, 10-minute break. Oh, got to take an hour and a half lunch break. Oh, another 10-minute break, another 10-minute break. Okay, now that I've worked about 4 hours today out of my 10-hour day, it's time to go home. And I think that's unacceptable. I really think when we need to look in the mirror and go, okay, are we really working hard? If you're doing anything like that, don't look in the mirror and call yourself a hard worker. And that's fine. I'm not saying you need to be, but I am saying that if you want to call yourself one, don't do that. I mean, a lot of Americans work harder than that, way harder than that, thankfully. And I consider myself one of those for sure. But what he talked about was when he's working 16-hour days or something similar to that, which again, I'm not even working. He tries to add in one day every single week where, like in the middle of the day, he'll go and watch a movie or something like that where he's rewarding himself and also letting himself reboot and recover. This is not a strength of mine at all. I just go. And I'll just do these little tiny things to kind of reset my mind, but I'm doing stuff. I'm not relaxing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this game, or I'm going to, and it's still a mental work. It's still a mental process. I'm not able to just veg and relax or anything like that. And so that was one of the things I found super encouraging. And then what he does is he writes down his goals. He gets after his goals, and then once he reaches them, he has a reward for himself. Again, something I've never done. Reward yourself for your hard work. Make those 16-hour days. Make those 12-hour days. Make that if you're working an 8-hour day and you're still putting an extra 2 or 3 hours on the side for yourself, for your side business, for yourself, and whatever else you're doing. Make that worth it. Make a reward. For me, it's going to be, okay, hey, every $2,000 extra dollars I create on the side, I'm going to go get myself a massage. That's going to be my reward. Maybe your reward is, okay, every time I profit an extra $2,000 or $1,000 or whatever, I'm going to go and go out to eat with my wife. I don't care. It doesn't matter, guys. Find a priority. Find something for you. But make it so that way there's a reward. And that way you're excited about working that extra to create that little extra income or to create that next business, that next success story. So that way you don't become exhausted and you don't have 2 videos on YouTube now where I am reporting and admitting I screwed up, I failed. I haven't succeeded at getting as much done because I got mentally exhausted. So my question to you guys this day is, what is it that you have done that has exhausted you? And what has your cure been? If it's different than what I've posted on this video. If it's the same, show what you have done and that's the same as what I'm just talking about in your own life. What was the reward system that you put up? What was the writing down system that you created? What was it that helped you to fight exhaustion so you didn't get so tired or worn out or beat up doing it? Looking forward to hearing the responses. Have a great Monday, guys. Thank God it's Monday, TGIM. Peace!